Welcome back to my channel and thanks so much for watching. Today's video I am going to be showing you how I created a advent calendar for Christmas. I wanted something for my son to kind of participate in counting down the days until Christmas, and I thought that this project would be really fun to do. Super easy, super cheap. I've seen so many different looks and options out there. I thought about just buying one, but why spend $20, $15 when I can make it for $1.25, really? So I really hope that you enjoy it. I really hope that you get some inspiration or some ideas. As always, if you enjoy this video and you like to craft just as much as I do, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and give me a big thumbs up. That way we can be friends forever. All right, guys, let's get to the video. Alright, to get started with this project, I picked up this wooden tree from Target's Dollar Spot. It was $3. I also have these felt cloths from Michael's that I had from a previous project that I'm reusing, and also these glass ornaments from the Target Dollar Spot. They were $1, and I already had 3 packs on hand. I didn't need to use all of them, but I had them. So the first thing you're going to do is remove all of the paper from anything that is going to be showing in the front, and then to measure out basically the pockets where the ornaments are going into, I'm measuring it out by the top of that ornament to be able to have that out, and just going to wrap that in the felt cloth and then give myself a little bit of room to be able to glue it down. Then I'm going to take my pen to mark where my finger is to where I need to cut it. That is going to be the length of the cloth that each piece needs to be. Then I'm going to take it on the bottom of the ornament to measure out the width of the felt cloth that each pocket needs to be, and just draw a line using that wooden tree to have a straight line. And then I'm just going to cut that out, and instead of keeping on tracing it or drawing that form out, I'm just going to put that cloth piece over each piece to cut to make sure it's measured, because that was probably the most perfect piece that I did cut. So there you can see, you're just going to continue to trace it with the scissors, because this felt cloth is actually kind of hard to make sure you keep a straight line. That's why you see my arm and my hand kind of holding it down as I cut it, because it moves a lot. Then you're just going to repeat all of these pieces till you have 24 of your white and red pieces. I did 12 and 12. The next thing you're going to do is place the felt pieces onto the tree however you want. I decided to do alternating colors as much as I could. I actually played around with this quite often, and in the middle and the beginning and towards the end of me actually gluing it all in place, because I wanted to make sure that it still looked festive, but it was still fun and easy to look at on the eyes and not just one color all bunched up somewhere. So that's what I'm doing right there. You situated where you want them, then you're just going to take that ornament piece and place it inside of each cloth every time you are about to glue it down. Yes, you have to do this every time because you want to make sure that you're measuring it out correctly. Now, this is the first and only time I decided to put the glue onto the actual wooden tree. I didn't do it again because, as you can see, it was kind of hard for me to put that ornament inside of there, and then I had to cut off the excess. But I already measured it out in the beginning, so I shouldn't have done that. So from there on out, after the second one, I decided to go ahead and put the glue on the cloth and then still use the bulb to be able to make sure that it was measured correctly. And I put the bulb in there before and after to make sure it fit nicely. And I did that for every single one. And then I put all the cloth pieces back on to the tree to make sure it was exactly how I wanted it because my eyes were starting to get a little dizzy with all of those same colors. So I just placed them on where I needed them, so that way I had a guide as to where each piece was going. But as you can see, like I said, you need to make sure you put those ornaments in each cloth piece so that they're measured correctly. And once you have all the pieces in there, then all I did was just test it to make sure that the bulbs were in there. Some of them fell through, so I had to change and tighten some of the cloth pieces. But all you have to do is put the glue on the inside of one side of the cloth pieces and glue it down. The next thing you're going to do is make your numbers. Instead of printing off anything, I just decided to go ahead and write them. My printer was messing up, so I just went ahead and freehanded all of my numbers. And then to get these on, you're just going to cut them out into a circle. I tried to make it look like an ornament, but it didn't, so I just went ahead and kept with the circle look. It doesn't have to be a perfect circle. Mine definitely weren't. But I was happy with the results that everything came out with. Then you're just going to glue them on. You're going to use your finger to make sure that they fit on there flatly, because your finger is going to act like that bulb that's inside, because you don't really want any paper kind of sticking out on the side, especially if you have children. They might get really curious and want to pull it off if they know that it will move. So you just want to make sure you do that, and then just glue all of those numbers down till you get to 24. And there's my finished advent calendar with all of my numbers attached. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and test it out again to make sure that it looks good with the numbers. And I really love how it came out. The next thing you'll need for the tray for the ornaments is this tower game from Dollar Tree. One box will do just fine. The first thing I'm going to make is the base of that box. So I'm going to take 8 pieces, but only glue 4 in one set. So you're going to need 2 sets of 4. And you're going to glue them together hot dog style on the table. Then once you have both sets completed, you're going to glue both of those sets together on the ends, not the sides, but the ends. You're going to glue those together so that makes the base of that box holder. Then you're going to take all of the other pieces, and stack them in 4s hamburger style. And then you're going to glue those on top of each other so they're stacked hamburger style, and those are going to be the sides of that box. There are 8 sides that you'll have to glue to this base. So then once you've glued all 8 sets together, you're then going to glue them to the base of this set. you're going to have 2 sets on each side. And you're going to pretty much, the front and the back side, which is the first that I'm going to do, is basically another hamburger style where you're going to just kind of attach them like 2 more are part of the base. And then you're going to take the other sides and do it vertically once those front and back pieces are glued on. I really hope this makes some sense. Once you have that entire box completed, I'm going to give it a little bit of paint. I'm using this Waverly chalk paint. This is crimson, and I'm just painting it a little bit. I'm not doing a heavy coat. I'm just doing one dry coat on it, on the sides, the inside, and the inside of the sides. I'm not doing underneath because you won't see that, and I didn't want to wait for it to dry before I placed it on any other surface. And this is what the ornaments are going to go into as the days tick by. So I felt as though that my box needed a little bit more. I decided to go ahead and put these adhesive stickers on it. I chose the stars and the tree. One of my stars fell off, but it still looked good with just the 2 trees and 1 star. And then I decided to go ahead and put one of the other stars on top of that tree. Then you're just going to fill that up with all those ornaments. And there you have that finished advent calendar with that ornament holder. And I absolutely love both of these. I know my son is going to love it when he gets home and we get to play around with it. Thanks so much again for watching, guys. Please make sure you subscribe and go ahead and give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Until next time, Juniors, bye!